Alright, right off the bat, we're just gonna say we're not gonna go over any manga spoilers. So as far as we know, we don't know what's up with Ichigo's mom. Byakuya's dead. And like the 13 original captains, we only know one of them.
Only one. So let's get into it with FunUntitled, the podcast we serve every episode when F you.
I'm Minty.
And I'm Annie. So just a reminder, Annie doesn't know the spoilers. Minty does know the spoilers.
Okay, but you know these three.
I know these two. Okay. At the end, like the last 5 minutes, I do want to get into spoilers territories. Like, you know, let's dip before then. Because there's one thing that pisses me off about them.
Oh, God.
In Bleach 1000-Year Blood War, episode 7, we start off with a weird flashback with I don't know if it's Yamamoto yelling at a child to get out of his room.
I don't know if we're supposed to know who the kid is. Shunsui?
Yeah, I don't know. You would know, manga reader.
You think I would know.
It's just like a Netero thing in Hunter x Hunter where like we find out Yamamoto had a son.
Oh my god. And then he can carry the fire Bankai.
So we saw glimpses of the original
Murderers. Man, they were cool.
Yeah, Cap. So TYBW did a splash art of it, and people's theory is that they're gonna come back in the new arc of Bleach, the Hell arc. I forget what you call it.
The one that had a one shot and was supposed to continue on and it never... What? It's been like a year?
Yeah, I don't know. Like TYBW's been saying weird things like, oh, there's too much hype around Bleach. I want to come back when there isn't as much hype. And it's like, dude, there's an anime coming out.
The anime has been known much longer than the one shot. So why even have the one shot if you never planned on continuing it? I would just wait till the anime was over, which at this point could be years.
So this madman TYBW, if you didn't read the one shot, you know, like close your ears. So when you die in the Soul Society and you have too much spiritual energy, you don't go back in the life cycle. I think you just go straight to hell. Do not pass go.
Damn.
So that's why people think the original, like, really strong squad captains are gonna come back.
That'd be hella cool.
Hella. And we totally only know one of them.
The big Yamamoto man himself.
Although I do say the pigtails one kind of looks like, I don't know why, she reminds me of the guy with the two swords, Zanpakuto's spirit.
They look nothing alike.
No, Papa Hill,
What do you
eye
remember?
patch.
Is that it?
Yeah.
One looks like a K-pop star, and the other one looks like an like old Japanese geisha empress woman.
But doesn't he have two sword women?
Yes, but I think the second one looks like a ninja.
I thought the second. Oh, okay. Excuse me, my man's getting shot to death here, but I'm the one being persecuted. Again, completely unfair to introduce guns into play.
The Soul Society had no chance against guns. That was their downfall.
Wasn't me at the beginning kind of weird with like the eerie music and the flashback to the original Gotei 13?
I did think it was weird. I don't remember that in the manga, and I don't exactly know what roles play because a lot of talking. But man, the rain animation, oh, beautiful.
I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of rain motifs in this arc. I don't know. I just know this one arc people like. It has a rain title in it. I forget what it's called, like the Never Ending Rain.
To be fair, though, all animes have the rain moment.
In the beginning, they reused a shit ton of animation, and I was like, why are we being lazy here? And then later on, I was like, excuse me, I'm so sorry. This is where all the money went.
Oh my god, the Ichigo versus the Majesty fight? That was insane.
Okay, first of all, I do want to talk about how sexy Ichigo was when, like, the rain was hitting him, but his spiritual energy was evaporating.
Oh my god, that was amazing. I love that. I love the concept of heat and energy building up.
And, like, I love how colorful and explosive the fight was against Your Majesty.
Yeah, that was weird. I mean, it was good. It felt like what's that company that does, like, Gurren Lagann?
Oh, Trigger. Studio Trigger.
Right? Like, kind of like that?
Yeah, I was blown away. Like, holy shit, this is, no offense, 10 times cooler than the Yamamoto fight.
This is how the budget went. And I will say, it was misplaced.
I will say, it's sad because it was super fast, but I would rewatch that like a bazillion times.
I mean, yeah, I'd rewatch half this episode more than I would the Yamamoto fight. Again, a lot of talking.
There's a lot of talking.
I mean, the Byakuya and the Ichigo speech together was very cute, very, like, homely. It's such a Byakuya thing to do, but when you know the manga spoilers, it's like, yeah, let's get on with this, okay?
Okay, I didn't mind. The part I didn't like was when that Your Majesty was like, Yamamoto, you have fallen. You are no longer a savage. You are a teacher. You are a man of culture. Fuck you, Spitz.
I hate when enemies do that. It's like, get over it, man.
And like, why didn't you ask the girl to heal your arm? Is it because you're a pussy? And I'm just like, hey, dude, just take your gloating moment and shove it up your ass. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, why don't you Aizen and go steal Orihime if you think she's so great?
So Ichigo did get curb stomped.
I mean, like, yeah.
And then we find out that he has the armor thing. Real fast, did Akon let Ichigo out of the thingy?
It seems like it. It seems like Ichigo couldn't do shit in the jail.
Yeah, and then like, that his POV perspective, him breaking out.
Oh my, it felt like a video game opening.
Oh yeah, that was
like the opening two are like
Kurosaki gotten so much sexier throughout the years.
Which is insane, because he was, I would say, already the sexiest protagonist.
Is it weird, Ichigo, that you got hotter, but I only got older? What's happening here?
Time, reality.
Can you imagine what this would have looked like before when they didn't have this budget? It would not have done any of this justice.
To be fair though, does this fight need that much animation?
And you got me there. Got me there, bastard.
That's why the Yamamoto versus Majesty fight should have had this type of animation.
Should have been faster, yeah.
They can do it. We know they can.
But Ichigo turns out that he got the Quincy armor skin.
Nobody knows how.
Well, you
What's
see,
up with that?
He has memories inside him when he was a little baby. Or Quincy baby.
To be fair, this is part of Ichigo being the whole OP protagonist. Because you think about it, right? Like, he gets to keep his spiritual powers, even though he technically lost them. He's a Vizard. He's a Fullbringer. It's insane what he isn't.
That's the only thing stopping Ichigo from being the sexiest protagonist of all of Shonen, is the fact that he's so damn OP and half the time is not really well deserved.
But it looks cool though, the blue vein.
The blue vein does look, I don't know what it looks like in the manga.
You know.
It just must have looked veiny. Like, oh god, are you okay, Ichigo? Do you have hypertension? There's too many blood in your vein.
I don't know if you know what that phrase means.
Hypertension?
Yeah.
When you have like your heart beating too much and then, you have a lot of blood in your body?
I mean, there's a lot of other factors, but we'll move on.
Oh, excuse me, biology nerd. So, it turns out Aizen was GOAT, and he was like, that's right, when I was singing Cool Angel Thesis, you lost track of time. It's time for you to go back to the Third Reich, you dummy. And he's like,
oh my god.
So Your Majesty's like, alright, well, I stabbed this kid in the neck like twice, I guess I can go.
Okay, was this not weird, the whole part where like, we gotta take Ichigo with me? Oh wait, we ran out of time? Let's just go home. He's running towards me. Let's not take him home?
I don't know.
Let's break his sword and say adios?
It's weird they don't talk about how he gave the blonde guy the power of why, of being a yes man.
Oh my god.
And he was just standing there being like, I can break this guy's sword. Yeah, watch me. Oh my god, that reminds me when the French guy came out from the corpses to stab Your Majesty.
That was weird, right?
That was weird, but I'll take it.
You have a hard on for him now.
Oh, French.
Like, what was the point? Because with that kind of coloring and the fact that we've only seen this design like once or twice, it's kind of like, who's coming up? Enemy? Friend? Foe? Manipulation? Oh, okay, Lieutenant.
So yeah, I don't really understand why. Ichigo is clearly weak enough where they could have just shoved him in.
That's exactly what I mean. It's like a bad dog who won't follow you home. You grab him by the scuff of his neck and you toss him in the black hole.
Maybe only Quincy's can live in that zone. That's like, if they wanted to bring Ichigo there, they had to like weaken it like a Pokemon and he has to be like dead.
Would he not be in that state already?
I don't know. He was pretty
Especially
feisty.
when they broke the sword. I mean, he lost all life in him when his sword broke.
You know what sucks is that Ichigo's giant trigger is his mom. And when he's like, oh, you don't know about your mom, huh? He's like, what?
Every tragic anime character's trigger is their parent.
So Ichigo like lost all his Soul Society friends, was triggered about the mom, got stabbed in the neck twice, and a lot going for this, 16-year-old boy? 17?
Is there a time skip?
It's like 6-month time skip.
Yeah, because I think he's done with high school by the time he gets to Fullbringer. I think that's why he gets a job, but I don't exactly remember.
Is this boy on his way to college?
This is when Orihime started working at the bakery.
Yeah, and Ichigo got that job with the mill.
Dude.
What was his job?
I think he was an odd job person.
Okay, with that mill.
Shut up.
That looked just like Tatsuki.
I mean, she did.
Okay, I want to talk about this real fast. TYBW got really lazy with female designs, and I only thought this when I saw the girl that beat up Rukia. I was like, you look just like the doll girl. The
No, she
one.
doesn't. Why, 'cause they both have pink hair?
Yes. I'm just saying, a lot of, like,
Orihime and Rangiku look exactly the same. Big boobied, orange, long hair.
he does the cute girl face way too much.
I mean, look at Hiyori. She's the most adorable of all the cute girls.
I do love Hiyori. I love Lisa. She's really hot.
Lisa?
Yeah, I would.
The perv?
Yeah. I relate with her. Bang that 7 days a week, and it would be legal.
What? What part of her is attractive to you?
I don't know. Ever since I was little, I knew the green hair girl should have been my favorite, but I liked Lisa.
It's because of glasses.
No, shut up.
Blue love glasses. Those are Annie's favorite aspect. And weird power dynamics.
Shut up. So yeah, I really hope next week gets a little bit lighter in like atmosphere because I am depressed watching Bleach.
Again, why would it get happier?
Because the guy's gone.
Actually, why did they all have to leave?
Because they all had to go back to the Sun White.
Stop saying that. Not everything is a neo-Nazi analogy. I mean, like, were they just like, oh, here's my ride, I gotta go. Otherwise, I'm stuck here.
Solidarity. You know, like when like your wife is pregnant and she's like, I need you to eat anything I eat. And they're like, okay. I meant to when your wife is on a diet, not when she's pregnant. 'Cause I don't think you have to eat like fish and pickles.
No, you just avoid those things.
Oh, you avoid them.
Right? Like, you just stop drinking when your wife can't drink, because otherwise, real bad things will happen.
Okay, we're gonna go into spoiler territory here now real fast. So, a long time ago, when the manga was first coming out, I got spoilers, Byakuya died. And I'm like, oh shit, that's a big move. And I guess this is the chapter that must have came out when Byakuya was like, this is my last moments, Ichigo. Goodbye. But later on, cops out being like, no, he was alive. Is this the fake out death Byakuya scene everyone freaked out about?
Yes, Annie, what other scene do you think that...
I just want to
How
make sure he
many
doesn't
times-
die again in the future. So he's okay now. He's doing all this and then he just kind of comes back next episode being like, hi.
I think he comes back, like, later. Way later.
Useful?
Of course, this is Byakuya we're talking about.
Because I know, again, super manga spoilers, you've been warned. I know Hitsugaya and Rangiku dies, but then they become like Quincy's.
Well, kind of.
Like, you know, under control of the Quincy's.
Yeah.
Along with the blonde erect car.
And then they don't, so it's like, whatever.
Yeah, I think like Mayu is like, alright, I'm sick of this shit. You're back on our side. And then,
Mayu just solves everything.
Mayu, I believe he becomes a Desu Ex Machina in this arc. They need something solved, go to Mayu.
This arc, the one where they just left, they literally walked out the door and they're gonna give the credit to Mayu. Is that what you're saying to me?
Yes. No, I'm just saying, like, you know, like, he figures things out. Like, he figures out these are the Quincy's. Like, he's the one that figures out how to cure their comrades.
He's the one who's gonna tell Ichigo what happened to his mom.
He should be the one. Oh, wait, my son born in the dark. Come here. I will be your light.
Ichigo's like, if you the light, I don't want to see the light.
Is this a cool reveal that Ichigo's a Quincy, by the way? Do you think it could have been done better?
I think it could have been done better. I think it's just a generic way of doing things.
Kind of like, I don't know why. It feels like a Luke, I'm your father.
That was more surprising than this. Because I think it's like, okay, I don't like it when series is like, okay, here's the answer, but here there's no explanation. It's like, if you already gave the answer, then just give the explanation. I would almost rather have the explanation first, and then people be like, wait, so what is the answer then? And then, you know, because if you have the answer already, then it doesn't really matter what you know about Ichigo's mom's past or not. Because it really is of no consequence either anyways, because it doesn't play any role in anything, except that Ichigo can do them. And that is the only thing he can do as a Quincy. He has no other Quincy abilities.
So that's the only thing he can do. He can do the armor thing.
I'm pretty sure that's the only thing he can do. Well, there's a monologue he has in his head, but other than that, it doesn't really play a big role.
You would think the mom would have the Quincy armor then, and then maybe Grand Fisher wouldn't nix her ass.
I don't think she wanted to be a Quincy. And if she don't want to be a Quincy, then she shouldn't have to be a Quincy. Like how she shouldn't have to marry her cousin.
Okay, at that point, see you next week.